How to diagnose motherboard repair. Okay, maybe it is a motherboard of laptop, motherboard of television, motherboard of anything. Okay, it will be not the same as this motherboard that I'm holding, but I just want to tell you how those basic skills, how to diagnose a motherboard like this one. First of all, when you are dealing with those motherboard, you must have to understand the power system. And first of all, before understanding the power and how it works, its supply in different places, you must all understand those things. But see, in all your minds, you must have something called 3 volts in your mind. 3 volts, 5 volts, or must have 12 volts. You must have like somewhere 400 volts. So all those power, they must be arranged in your mind. The type of transistors and the power that they usually release, because those are commons and those are basic that how you must have before you start dealing with any motherboard. So when like this type of motherboard of mine, it has different sections. As you have seen, it has been labeled. You've seen. So this is a primary voltage. This primary voltage breakdown, how we just enter to 40. After 240, you must know that we have a fuse. After fuse, we have a bridge. After bridge, we have a capacitor for purification. Then it releases to circuits. It releases to a circuit, like here it is releasing to this resistor. After resistor goes to power IC. After power IC, it goes direct to transformer. After transformer, the chopper, it just digest the power and then it relays to another end. So you must understand how this process, how the power is being transmitted from one place to another. How can maybe the fault it is here? The fault is here. That's why I've been taught you how to measure the fuse, how to measure the bridge, the capacitors, the fuse. So you need to check every component when you are just trying to diagnose to find where is the fault in the motherboard. Sorry for the noise. This usually understand the way I've told you to measure the previous episode. After you have known to measure everything, that is how you should diagnose it. After going through each step, then you will find where the problem is. And in short, if you need to find where the problem is, if the power section is okay and the fault is like here, how will you know? Okay, the power section is okay. You just remember all of this body. Any part that you see is naked, they are usually ground, and ground, like all ground, they usually give you 0. All ground, they usually give you 0. All grounds, they usually give you 0. So when doing your diagnosis, take your first step to grounds, and then after you just move your tails. But remember here, this is primary. So in this primary, we have different ground with the other secondary parts. So in primary, let us, so this is a secondary ground. Are you getting? This is a secondary ground. But when you come in primary with the ground that these the ground, they don't match. Let me take one of the ground. They don't. Oh, you just understand that. But this is primary. This is secondary. The secondary ground is also. So when I'm doing my diagnosis, when I come to the first bit here, I must find there. I must find the 5 volts. Putting in your mind that all USBs, they usually have 5 volts. So if I'm not getting here 5 volts, there is wrong in my IC supply. So 5 volts here. All in mind, my Chrome must be powered with 5 volts. If there is no 5 volts, meaning the power supply of here it is not doing well, I must replace it. So there is different things how you can see how you can do diagnosis in motherboard, but mostly your chip must be on ground when you're doing that, so it will be easy for you to get a result. Like here and here, these are ground, so I must get 0. It's not giving me 0, meaning this is not the ground. The actual ground, this is a ground for this this is just ground for this IC, but it's not not cooperating with the other ground. So like these transistors don't code with them with the other grounds, you get a 0 feedback. With transistor, okay, it's personal, but if other things like measuring power, certain power that you need, you can use here. And just you need to detect where there is a short, try to use the ground one, and finding a short slow by slow, and finding the short like you don't rely most on ground, because there can be a short here, like somewhere like in this line has shorted. So when you are doing your things, you can come here. If that is my line, then you can just measure somewhere here. If it is not adding up, not giving you one, then giving you one, no, it has been short. Doing motherboard diagnosis, it just needs skills and understanding each component and each supply of power and each values. If you know all of those things, doing diagnosis for electronics, it's just very easy. Remember this, our components usually have already been programmed. There's nothing you are programming. Yours is just to measure. Thank you for watching. Let's meet again.